Welcome to the Creative Business Brain Clinic. Today, I'm going to be talking to another amazing designer about their business, the ups and downs, and giving them lots of valuable advice. Hey, my name's Helen Knight, and I'm a creative leads consultant and business advisor for graphic designers. So yeah, welcome Ryzer Uffort today. He's a designer, and I'm really excited to talk to him today about his business. So welcome. Please tell us all about your background and the type of work that you do.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Ryzer. I usually don't like to say the last part because it's a bit hard for most people to say. So I'm just going to go. My name is Ryzer, and I've been a designer for about a couple years. Professionally, I've been doing design for about 4 years, but non-professionally, it's about I was a teenager. And the
Wow.
thing is, being where I'm from in Africa, the design industry is really, infant stage. There's not a lot, there's not a lot of recognition for designers in Nigeria, which is where I'm from.
Yeah.
And over the years, when I've been designing, it's usually getting word of mouth. And thanks to social media, things are a little bit differently now. I've been designing mostly for corporate organization industry because they are the ones who actually they can pay more. I try to provide solutions for small businesses, and niching down is where I have a problem because I am a generalist, and I'm just going to use this word, survival of the fittest, right? And if you cannot survive by doing so many things, you're probably not going to last in business in Africa. So things are a little bit differently here as opposed to, standard worlds. I'm just trying to be honest with the whole thing. That's exactly what it is. So
Okay.
I tried as much as possible to, do one thing or another, provide web design solutions, providing consultations, providing, print design solutions, and all of this together has made me learn so much about the broad space of brand design. And currently right now, the struggle is getting clients to understand that branding is not exactly the same as the brand design. And I haven't understood this until very recently. And as I learn while I work, I try to make it now like, a thing to, market this thing to clients, but it is so hard right now trying to market brand identity design to clients and at the same time trying to work with the clients because you don't want to lose them. But, they're not quite sold on the design, the, brand strategy thing. So that's where the whole problem is from. So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
hoping our conversation is going to perhaps help me at the same time give me a better understanding how to approach these people to sell strategy.
Okay. Excellent. So that's great. Thanks for the kind of overview. That's great. So
Yeah.
at the moment, what have the highs been in your business so far?
Designing here currently is a bit tough right now, and because things are tough like so, I've been doing consultations instead. I do brand development consultations for different industries, and
Great.
that seemed to be like a bit easier because these people need it as opposed to other businesses that probably don't understand it. For most people, COVID was a bad thing, but it turns out for me, COVID turned out to be a good thing, and that was so because thanks to the online world, I don't know, kind of like the world was kind of like borderless. And you could actually approach people outside the world, and we got a few clients from the United States, right? And
Great.
which was a good thing for us. We
Mm-hmm.
had about a couple projects, good projects that came in during March till August of 2020. and we had, we got paid good. That was a good thing for us as a company.
What kind of things were you doing for them?
Yeah, I was quite appreciative of that. Okay, what are the things? What are the highs we had lately? Basically, I don't think we've had so much really.
Okay, so what were you doing for the company in America?
The first company we had was a packaging company, and they needed, brand strategy to market their products, because the products they're selling are Africa centric. I should use that word. They were selling what we call in Africa Ankara, right? And then that's not the same as the capital of Turkey. I don't know. Is that the capital of Turkey? There's a place in Turkey called Ankara, but
Okay.
that's not it. But that's exactly the same spelling and the same name.
Yeah.
So they make African fabric. They make boxes and packages with African fabrics, and
lovely.
try to sell it to Americans. And it was a hard thing it's a hard strategy to make, because trying to get this package and design to people in America, it's not really a typical thing that they are used to. So we thought perhaps if you want to package this, you should probably. So we run a few strategy, and then we did the brand identity design.
Mm-hmm.
So that was I'd say that was successful for us and them together. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I'd like to see
Well
the brand
done.
go big someday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exciting. That sounds amazing. So you're
Yeah.
looking for those types of clients again?
Well, yeah, I'd say we're looking for something like that, because that pays well, while at the same time it gives us a learning curve. There's a learning curve to that, because you have to work for people. You have to build products for people you're probably never going to meet, but they're going to use this product. And we just thought that is something we'd like to have even more, because we want to have to be able to build products for people who are going to use this product, basically. And so far, I'd say, since that was successful, we'd be happy to have more of something like this coming on very soon.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done. So that was a big challenge, but worth the
Yeah.
kind of effort and worth the hard work.
Certainly, most certainly.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. How do you feel when you think about like the things that you're struggling with right now? It sounds like you've had some good clients in the past. What you're saying that it's hard to talk to people about strategy and that kind of thing. What is that the main problem?
Yes. So if I'm trying to be honest here, I think strategy has become a buzzword that most people use, and I try to break away from that. But when I see a business that truly needs strategy, it's so hard selling strategy to them. They're not particularly used to this kind of thing, and here's one thing I've learned from business owners here in Nigeria is the familiarity. They're mostly they just like to go with what's familiar, and they don't take the risk of trying a marketing campaign that's going to increase revenue, because they haven't tried this before. And coming in to say, I want to sell you strategy, and it's really going to help your business. I drop the numbers, drop what's going to work, and then go like, that's a lot of money, or I don't know if this is going to work at all. And there's not so much convincing you could do, because these people are trying to say survive, and bringing out that extra box to say, all right, so let's just take this risk to increase our sales. It's something they don't like to do. And being Nigerian myself, I try to see things from their point of views.
Good.
And I try to empathize with them, but I can't fully, because it's so hard that no matter what I do, it's just so not working. And I've tried before to say, why don't I do this thing for free? And I know I can't do it for free because I also need the money, if I'm being honest there. So
Yeah, you can't do everything
it's a
for
hard
free.
sell, really,
Yeah.
for small businesses here.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, when you're trying to help somebody with something that they don't understand, you've got
yes,
to help them see a clear path. So,
yeah,
they can, people are on such different awareness levels sometimes to the real solution of what they need. So they may,
yes,
like, I talk about this a lot. Some people are just in kind of, they're in bliss because they don't
yeah,
really know anything better. It's like what they've always done, and they're kind of in bliss because it's like in their comfort zone, and they don't really want to step out of it because they're
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah,
scared to do anything else. Some people
yeah,
have kind of woken up a little bit to the fact that there are better things in the marketplace. There are solutions out there,
yes,
but they're just kind of observing and researching maybe, and just looking into different options. That they might be at that level. There'll be other people that are higher up on the scale that have seen other people do it before.
yeah,
They've it's like the next stage up. They know there are solutions out there. They know it works because they've seen other people do it, and they're
yeah,
obviously the people that are ready to buy. So it's like
yes,
lots of different levels. So it is about understanding that where those people are on that journey, and helping them become
yeah,
more aware by the kind of content and things that you put out into the world. So you can educate them and gradually help them
hmm,
become more aware of the solution, because as you've probably experienced, when you just walk into somewhere and trying to talk about something that they have no clue about, that's too far. It's too far afield for them to really understand. So
yes,
there's got to be this process of them gradually being more aware of you, being more,
hmm,
starting to build connections of trust with you as well. Just being open-minded to listen and to see something from a different perspective.
hmm,
There are lots of stages. If they're not anywhere near that ready to buy stage, there are quite a few stages in between there that you have to fix
yes,
first. So
yes,
yeah, it is a challenge. But it's important to keep helping people see things in a new light, in a new way, educating them.
yeah,
It's all about giving value. So if you're helping people to see this new journey for them and their business, it's like you're giving them value and you're
yeah,
helping them. So they should appreciate that, and they will do when they become aware of it. They will appreciate it, and they'll start realizing that you're there to
hmm,
help them. So yeah, I would just say, just keep leading with value and keep trying to just have empathy for them
hmm,
in their situation,
yeah,
and and try and not to like throw it at them all at once. Some people try and go in for the kill straight away, and not everybody's ready for that.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Does that help a little bit?
that is, yeah, that does.
Yeah,
It
good.
does help because um, I don't know. I think the how I would use that information you just dropped in here is, I would say, okay, here's the thing. Why don't I don't know, perhaps launch a free webinar to say, okay, here's maybe a small business owner looking to scale your business, and plan ahead of times like the pandemic. I guess maybe that's going to be a way to just educate them without necessarily saying, okay, you know what, I'll charge you a couple, thousands to solve this problem for you when you buy the strategy. I guess that's the best way. Just inform them, the benefits that they can acquire or get from using strategy. I think that's something I can use most certainly.
Great. So
Yeah.
yeah, just think about where that person is on their journey and what they need at that stage. So it is about doing lots of research with the type of client that you're looking for, and it's about asking them and finding out what they really want, because sometimes what they want and what they need are two different things. So
Yes.
whatever level they're at, you need to work out what they really want and attract them with what they want first. And then once you've got their attention, because you're giving them something that they really want, you can start to, they'll warm to you. And you can start to help them become more aware of what they need to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent. So have you got any other questions or anything? Is there anything else that you'd like help with?
Yeah. I have a ton of questions.
Go for it.
But I don't know, maybe the time's not going to let us ask many of that. I certainly have like a truckload of questions, but I'm just going to take them as I remember. So if you have you have a target audience, see, it's a bit hard to define target audience if you stay in, a country like Nigeria. In third world countries, things are a little bit different because, there's a lot of economic, I don't know, there should be like, a strong understanding of, the economy at the present time. And I'd say this, that we currently in my country, we're in a place where it's almost impossible to actually start a business right now. Regarding the COVID rules and all of that, and more often than not, people are willing to look at places like Instagram to start a business, and it's a bit different starting a business with Instagram, and you're going to have to make sales somehow with a shop. Let's say you have a shop and you need people to walk in, but you try to focus on that Instagram. The thing is, there is restriction of movements at certain time of the day. We don't have a complete lockdown right now, but there are certain restrictions, and there are certain businesses that are not allowed to be open right now. And there are certain, corporate organizations that are not allowed to be open, and some government organizations like the corporate affairs that is responsible for registering new businesses. Now, these people are not allowed to be open, which means that if you have to register a business to be, legitimate, if that's, it's a bit hard. And, starting a business right now and getting people to, walk into your shop. Now, us being a branding agency, right? It is hard to approach these people because they are trying as much as possible to cut costs so that they can start their business. And when you approach them, when I approach them personally, they say things like, "But we're already using Canva," or I have a cousin who could do it for less. And it's true that these people do. Now, this cousin or Canva might not provide them, the direct marketing tool that they're going to need, or the right strategy, because they're not aware of these things, but they're trying to cut costs. Now, how do I break in as an agency? How do I go into these people and I say, okay, these guys have a promising business that they're trying to start, but how do I approach them to say, you know what? Just let go of your fears, and we're really going to try to help you here. Just, how do we communicate that, that solution we're trying to provide?
Okay, so it sounds like when anybody says, "Oh, my friend can do it in Canva," it's usually because they don't see the value in what you do. So you need to really, you need to educate them on value.
Yeah.
So it's about helping them understand why it would be a better investment for them to invest in you, and all the extra things you can do for them. But it's not really about, I don't want you to go away and just sell at them like that. That's kind of like the theory behind it. But I want you to find ways of having touch points with them. So if they're on Instagram, you need to be on Instagram commenting on their things and warming to them so that they get to know you first. Okay, so doing things like that, making sure that it's not straight away, follow them and send them a massive email or a massive message about all the things you can do.
Yeah,
That's
I try never to do that.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
It's about warming to them gradually, just helping them realize that you exist, by liking, commenting, giving them little nuggets of value anywhere you can online where they are, helping them realize that you're doing things every week to help that type of business. You'll start offering something like a free audit or something that you can do.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, something like that. Where they start to understand what you do by the content you're putting out there, the free things that you're offering, and they start to gain that trust with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, yes, it's more so than just something that I've been thinking about doing, and I'm planning on a time when I can start, perhaps educating more people about, the kind of stuff we do and the kind of solutions we try to provide with to businesses. Here's another problem that we have in my country, right? I'm not saying this like it's a worrisome thing, but it's quite concerning because there's a culture now in my country where it has to be all. I think the problem is businesses are not niching down, and this is general. This is a general problem for most of us, actually, almost all business. It's hard to niche down, but I know the essence of niching, and I'm trying as much as possible now to just put myself in a particular industry and focus on working with a particular or a set of industry for our business. But it turns out that this business that we're trying to go for to keep as our, say, target audience, our primary audience, they're gradually moving away from what they do as a business. Let me give an example here. Currently, there's a business. I'm not going to say the name of the business because they are a foreign brand, but they're here in our country, and they've started doing something. There's a challenge. There's a social media challenge going on, and this business is doing it. And I see that as a business as serious as this, and the kind of solutions that they provide, they shouldn't be, joining the culture of the millennials. I just have to say that. So they're joining this because they are trying to, redefine their target audience. Their target audience were actually, elders, but now they're shifting business. Now, us trying to target them, I don't know. It's hard. Like, where are you guys going? I mean, we're trying to come to you, and then you're trying to go to the people we're not going after. So that's where the problem is. Like, your target audience is switching its audience. How are you going to reconcile that?
That just means they're not your target audience anymore. That's all it means. It means that they've changed direction and they're not an ideal client anymore. That's all it means. So I would let them go and focus on the right type of people. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because otherwise you're going to be constantly adapting yourself for other people and then go around in circles. So it's about making clear decisions for your business and then making sure that you're only talking to people that are in line with that. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to keep that in mind.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's been lovely talking to you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk about your business and how you've been getting on. Thank you very much.
It's nice to be here. Thank you too for having me.